last night was, like as John said, I'm clearly not the audience. My takeaway was several things, right? One, this was a very base. One, the Democrats better get their act together because it was terribly orchestrated, put together. It took too long. Joe Biden went way in the night. I know this gets consumed differently. Not most Americans aren't staying up to watch this. They're going to watch it in snips and clips. But it was really just poorly produced, and I think that was a missed opportunity in a lot of places because sweet baby James got bumped from the ticket last night, right? You had James Taylor in here practicing. I think that there wasn't a lot of outreach to the Tim Walz part of the party. If you're a white working class guy in Erie County, Pennsylvania, nothing spoke to you last night. They weren't going after those voters, the Tim Walz voters last night. It was geared towards, specific, very heavy on abortion, right? Lots of women of color and women. So you're right. My demographic was not the target last night. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. And look, Daniel Dale wasn't around last night. So, I think in terms of fact checking, just a couple quick fact checks. Here to provide Daniel Dale.
He's got his notebook.
The convention didn't run long, as the convention planner said, because of applause. Okay? This is factually not correct. It didn't run long because of applause. It ran long because of poor planning. Project 2025 is not the blueprint for the Trump campaign. When the state senator stood up there and said that, I'm like, are you kidding me? President Trump has stood on numerous platforms and said, I disavow this. It's at NPR. It's on this network.
But we got to fact check. The architect of that was on camera saying he was totally for it. And
the architect can say whatever he wants. But when the candidate stands up there, I think it's our obligation to say the Trump campaign is, and the candidate has disavowed this. The third thing is that Trump has said, repeatedly, I will not sign a federal ban on abortion. I will not sign it if it comes to me. I won't sign it. And Trump has always been for exceptions for life of the mother, rape, incest, the normal kind of things that every person in the abortion world has ever been for. And yet that was kind of implied. Joe Biden finally topped it all off with the lie of lies about Charlottesville that Snopes and everybody else has kind of said this isn't true. So those kind of things that kind of marred from a factual perspective. I think those have kind of should have been fact checked along the way because they just weren't true, and it kind of devolved. I think. If those things, the big things aren't true, what other things aren't true that are being said? So again, I'm not the audience. It was a red meat for the Democratic base.
Blue meat.
Excuse me. Correct. Yeah, red meat for the blue base, right?
Hated it.